Yo, what's up you guys? Welcome back to Second Take. It's Vishwa here, and today we're going to be discussing a player who I think is primed to have a breakout season next year, and that's none other than Jalen Green. For those who don't know Jalen Green, he's a shooting guard for the Houston Rockets that'll be entering his second year in the NBA. There are a lot of reasons that I think Green is bound to break out next season, including evidence from his rookie season and the offseason work he's been putting in, as well as other factors that contribute to Green's role on the team. In today's video, I'll first be giving a background on Jalen Green, then talk about his rookie season with the Houston Rockets, and then I'll discuss what's happened this offseason in terms of both Jalen Green and what else the Rockets have done this offseason, and finally, we'll come to the conclusion of why Jalen Green is primed to have a breakout season next year. Before we get into the video, please make sure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, as only 1.4% of you guys are actually subbed to the channel, and that being said, let's get straight into the video. First off, he attended San Joaquin High School for 3 years. After putting on a scoring clinic for these 3 years, he eventually broke the school's career points record with 2,291 total points for the school. For his senior year, he then transferred to Prolific Prep at Napa, California, where he averaged an extraordinary 32 points, 8 boards, and 5 assists, leading the school to a 31-3 record. He also broke the single season scoring record for the school at 1,008 total points. After his high school tenure, Jalen announced that he'll not be taking the traditional approach of committing to a college, but rather just to enter professional basketball at an earlier stage by joining the NBA's G League team Ignite. He would then average 18 points, 4 boards, and 3 dimes, and 1.5 steals, shooting 46% from the field and 37% from 3. According to a scouting report, Jalen was seen as an elite scorer with blazing athleticism, bounce instincts, and competitive fire. Guys like Anthony Edwards and Zach LaVine were comparisons for him, and his size was a big positive according to them. His only weaknesses were his sometimes inconsistent three-point shot, decision-making at times, and that he was too lean and needed to bulk up to score more fluidly at the NBA level. Jalen would get drafted second overall in the 2021 NBA draft to the Houston Rockets. Many actually thought that he could have gone first instead of Cade Cunningham, but Jalen Green definitely took that fact that he wasn't top pick to heart. In his pre-draft session, Jalen Green said, I'm the best prospect in the draft in my opinion. I didn't go to college and I played against grown men at 19 years old. Also, after outplaying Cade in the Summer League matchup between the Pistons and Rockets, Jalen said that he obviously does feel some type of way that he went number 2 and felt he should have went number 1. Also, during the regular season NBA matchup, Jalen Green was also talking a lot of trash to Cade Cunningham. Green has also been a constant gym rat for a very long time, and his mentality and work ethic itself presents superstar potential. In his rookie season with the Rockets, Jalen Green averaged 17 points a game, 3 boards, and 3 assists, shooting 43% overall and 34% from 3. He earned the honor of being in the All-NBA rookie first team because of how well he scored the ball. Green initially struggled a lot in the first couple months in the NBA, especially being put into that starting shooting guard position next to KPJ right off the bat. I mean, if you look at his stats from November alone, with the exception of that 30-point game against Boston, Green didn't have a single good and efficient game, as he had 3 single-digit scoring games, and all his games featured him playing a lot of minutes and taking a lot of shots but not making enough of them. He was very inconsistent, as he'd have solid games, but immediately after, he'd score in single digits or go something like 3 for 15 from the field. However, as a prized player on a very bad bottom-tier team, it was only a matter of time when Jalen Green started to find his groove, given the amount of touches and responsibility the Rockets gave him. Around the month of March, Green really picked up his game and constantly produced consistent numbers. If you look at these numbers in the final 9 games of the season with averages of 28 points, 4 rebounds, and 2 assists, Jalen Green was absolutely going off, capping it off with a monster 41-point game. He was also the first rookie since Allen Iverson to drop 5 straight 30-point games as a rookie, and as he appeared unstoppable in the stretch, there's no reason why he can't replicate that and take that momentum going into next season. Now we'll discuss what's been happening with both Jalen Green and the Rockets this offseason. According to Coach Stephen Silas, a major thing that he pointed out about Jalen Green was building a lot of strength this offseason. You could see it in his body, and Green also got much better at finishing through contact in the summer, and Silas stated that his stronger body will not only help him with his overall scoring and defense, but also sustain him much better on the court, as he wouldn't get bumped and bruised around all the time. I personally have to agree a lot with Coach Silas here, as many times in the NBA, Green got bumped around all the time and often got clamped up easily by stronger NBA players. For example, Green went 0 for 11 against the Warriors, as he could not handle the tenacious defense from someone like Andrew Wiggins, but as he put in a lot of hours in the weight room, a breakout season could definitely be in hand. Another huge thing I feel like will really benefit Green's game is utilizing the mid-range game a lot more. Green himself said that following the All-Star break, a big reason his game got a much better was due to the mid-range jumper. Before the All-Star break, Green only attempted 49 mid-range jumpers in 43 games, making only 30.6% of them. However, after the All-Star break, he attempted 55 35 mid-range jumpers in only 24 games and knocked them down at a much better 45.5%. Green is definitely right, as a lot of the top scorers in the NBA like Kevin Durant, Kawhi Leonard, DeMar DeRozan, Chris Paul, Devin Booker, and Jason Tatum in today's NBA are what they are due to the mid-range jump shot. The same kind of impact can really refine Green's game, especially because he's already a much better three-point shooter with deep range and has a nasty quick first step to slash to the rim. One more big reason I definitely see Jalen Green being primed to break out is due to the Rockets also trading big man Christian Wood this offseason for just a bunch of role players who won't really do much in the offense. Christian Wood was by no means a bad player at all, but it seemed like though he was scoring a lot, he was really ball hogging too much and was breaking up the system Coach Silas was trying to establish offensively. In fact, with rookie big Alperen Şengün, the offense actually ran much more smoothly, with Green playing his game more freely rather than having Wood jack up too many shots while also being a locker room problem. As the Rockets drafted forward Jabari Smith, I feel like he will be much more a great defensive piece while also scoring when the opportunities come offensively, especially off ball when KPJ and Green are running the plays. I also feel like a breakout season could be hand for Alperen Şengün as well, because he's shown flashes of a great post player with a jump shot and even great IQ in passing, which can also benefit Jalen more than a selfish big like Wood. The pick and pop and roll duo of KPJ or Green with Şengün or Jabari could also be very effective. The team also has great role players like Josh Christopher, Jae'Sean Tate, Kenyon Martin Jr., Eric Gordon, the newly acquired Willie Cauley-Stein, and of course you can't forget the GOAT of them all, Boban. Though the Rockets still won't really be a great team as they're still rebuilding, this young core can certainly be very fun to watch and good in years down the line. Jalen Green also said in an interview that his goals are to help the Rockets win more games next season while also blossoming into a 20 to 25 point scorer in the league. Green also has a lot of star potential for next season, but more likely many other consecutive years in the NBA. Overall, I'm definitely really excited to see what Jalen Green can bring to the table in his sophomore year with all the work he put in the offseason. It'll also be really interesting to see how the Rockets' young core will perform with a more fluid offensive system with Şengün and Jabari Smith starting alongside KPJ and Green. Let me know what your guys' thoughts are on Jalen Green. Is he primed to break out, and can he be an all-star next year? Also discuss any other thoughts about the Rockets or anything else around the NBA. Please smash that like button if you enjoyed, and remember to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Thank you guys for watching, and peace.